Instead of getting on the Oasis area, they will probably get the locations there on the eastern side this time. But I mean, the plane anyways is going to allow the FaZe to go Montenegro, where we can expect Liquid and Picado, so no changes there. Jumanjera is going to be taken. Somebody might be playing Valedemar, which I don't think that happened actually on the last game at all. And also the Los Leones area is going to be a little bit crowded. We can see, I guess, the red line there on the usual places on the south. Western side of it, Mutiny probably on the northern side of it. Skate actually also jumping away from the plane, and they are going to be heading somewhere on the southern side of Los Leones because they can't reach El Pozo that easily.
I gotta say, Copter, I do like these planes that don't allow everyone to go everywhere. Again, I know it's fun when it's fair and dandy for everyone to play the game they want, but I do like these kind of edge sort of planes where either A, you're forced to go to one of your alternative drop spots, or B, you have to stretch a little further to get where you usually like to go. It changes up the dynamic a bit. Sometimes when we have these diagonal planes where you can really go everywhere, it becomes, at least the early game tends to become a lot of the same. But here you see teams being forced to go elsewhere, and that can sometimes kind of stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with you on that one. We can see a plan B, of course, stealing one of the vehicles from Liquid. Meanwhile, the circle's going to pop around San Martin on the rotation. Meanwhile, on the San Martin, there's a lot of pressure as well. Navi and August, they are actually finding each other as Entropy watching from the side because the X-Light and Get, but they are inside of the building. Example with the AK going to be spotting Get by an X-Light actually as well. So example, there's a 1-2. Oh, there we go. The spray. One headshot and Get by. He should be coming here pretty soon as well. But Tendelos will be getting Melman and Gold get a flush as well. So Navi will lose at least one. And Alias is watching from the window if he can actually get something else done as well. But yeah, not for now. But the example and Get, but that's still going on. And there we go. Headshot again. So he just gets the job. And there we go. Another spray.
Wow. Example with a double headshot. Barely even gets a chance to peek out the window, and his head's completely torn off. So
and there's actually a player from the Virtus Pro also, well, actually not on the distance, but I mean, they have one player, Lou, on the top of the hill. So basically, when Navi is outside of the building, they could find the way. And there we go. They're getting inside. Tendelos gets two actually down. That's huge. That's actually 2 versus 2, and they will get the flushes as well. So Navi, they have 1 versus 2 situation. And Quizzy, he's going to be pissed off. And there we go. Tendelos will feel off the job. And Navi, they will lose this fight in the end.
Navi, I mean, it seems, I don't know if it's a bad call or like a misinformation. I think they were 100% sure that the players from Oakless were upstairs. You saw the way they were pushing across. They were kind of looking up, and then he runs past one player and goes, oh my lord, they're right next to us. And then just, I mean...
And that's going to mean that there's a lot of pressure on this side.
And not only do they have to get in from the east, they have to go into an area where there really isn't a whole lot left to play. It's far out in the open. The compounds will have great lines of sight on you, and Lou, having gone to Batulin's school, will now try and see if he can lob a nade down here. That could be absolutely terrifying for these teams down below. If enough damage is done, not going to happen first time around. Will do damage with the M44 bullets, has to reload, swaps on over to the Mini, can't find the kills fast enough, does have the bike up here though, so he will be able to get off, but he needs to go fast. The teammates are not really nearby. He has to jump off to the west, but he's going to be hopping straight into place.
Ooh, that's gonna... there we go. Huge. He's going to be ready. Aim's taken down at the same time completely, so they're going to fall down 12 teams. And let's see, Mutiny, last player from Goozy are trying to get inside as well. Blaze is going to be there. Virtus Pro is going to be there, so definitely, yeah, that's going to be end of them. So no chance. Aitzy will find the shot from the distance, and that's going to be Mutiny taken down. But the Blaze and Virtus Pro, that seems to still go on, and it seems that they want to go on.
Let's see, Fexx trying to get away from this one alive, also in the nearby vicinity of some of the Blaze players. Seems like he might be able to survive. I think I might have said that a bit too early. Does he escape this? Yes, he does. Okay, so alive and away for now, but they're running from one fight straight into another. Look at Liquid. They're hearing the vehicles. They're all wrapping down to that southeast side. In the meantime, Skate will fall. Nukit, last one to go, while these teams are still trying to make their way out of the city.
Yeah, there's a lot of places actually around the power grid where they can hide, so probably they will actually stop there on the side of it somewhere. Great spray from Tendelos, gonna be getting Corexy down, so we'll find another one as well. Novik falls down, but it's gonna be a question mark at the same time shooting, so he's gonna be getting the knock on Novik. Corexy will get Onur at the same time, so Ogles and Entropic, as we can see, they're fighting here, and also question mark watching from the distance. Tendelos, the last player, will put in some nades. We can see question mark jumping on Scar as well, and this actually could be the end of the team.
Nice shots coming in at Doocy, throwing nades forward and also doing the damage with the Mini. Finds aggressive X team, last one left alive in this dip. It's still not inside the circle, so question mark, no, they need to do something to deal with these guys before they move further forward. They have Ding out towards the west. They have FaZe. They've played center for a while now in a very good position there. And it's a tough transition here for Question Mark to have to make.
Yeah, Tendelos just needs to stay alive somehow, but he knows that he doesn't have the numbers. Meanwhile, Question Mark actually does take Scar down as a whole, and the Blaze and Virtus Pro, they still continue actually fighting. So even though Virtus Pro, they're left from that location, we have actually Blaze shooting from the distance on that place where they're rotated, and now we can see in the kill feed also Maxi will do some damage and go with perfect this down. So Entropy wants to leave, and Tendelos, they just wants to leave him here, well, either dead or without the vehicles. Those are the two choices.
I like Liquid going aggressive on this one. They know they have VP kind of bruised up, and now they find the remaining two VP players there as well. James finds Petulance. In the end, that's going to be all of them gone down. Then the last looking for more, down to 9 HP, barely alive here. And it really is frustrating for Entropic. I mean, they want to deal with this player. They want to move out of here. And can you get out of this building? I'm not sure you can, but Correxia, as you can see, kind of aware of where he has to go. Jumps through the window. Gets himself killed, trying to jump in straight to the car from the window, managed to do so, but is taken down immediately after.
Yeah, I mean, this actually took so many minutes that they allowed the Question Mark to come on the side. Aitzy gets Novik immediately, and Regibird is going to fall down. Fexx is going to get that knock from FaZe, but it's going to be in the end Question Mark who's going to finish up the whole job. And Aitzy with a great spray, and Kurex, he is no longer on the server, and they will spot the FaZe as well, so FaZe will just immediately open fire. So down to 6 teams and 23 players. We go Question Mark, FaZe, Liquid, for example, with 1 chicken dinner. So, let's see who's going to be getting that.
Let's get into the middle of the open. At least if this circle keeps centering up, we're forcing everyone to play on a pretty flat area of the map. Blaze still 4 alive. They know that Liquid are nearby, having just fought against VP. They have to worry about what Question Mark are planning on doing. You can actually see them already at Deuces driving up forward. Hewitt might be in a position to do some damage down in that direction. They would not want to have them right next door. If they can force Question Mark to fight against FaZe, they would be much better off than having 2 teams right next to them on that northeast side.
Yeah, we saw it earlier that FaZe actually from this location, of course, they're now like hiding on the deeps, but they can actually find a lot of visibility. They can even like shoot towards Blaze as well. So I think that they can actually open fire towards multiple different directions. But Question Mark, they will find Ding. Tags will happen from Dante, but they will connect, but they don't connect enough, unfortunately. Faultlessly just scouting for some information, and it's going to be a Question Mark and Blaze. They will still need to get inside somehow. Liquid, they have the possession inside, even though they have 2 players outside, but they're just looking for some angles towards Blaze, because Blaze, the Blaze's location, Virtus Pro was right there between Liquid and Blaze, and that's why they are reaching out. But now because they're a supermassive Blaze, and the Question Mark there, I mean, do you think, Toby, that can both of these teams actually get inside?
No, this is the issue. I mean, that's what I was a little worried about as well. It all depends on how aggressive Liquid plays on this, because you could see they wanted to wrap around. They wanted to kind of force Question Mark away, but as soon as they turn their backs to Liquid, they start shooting at them from behind. Rip taken down, and both Hugh and Apocalypse down to around 20-25 HP, forced to slow things down, heal on up, and now it's really Question Mark with the opportunity to make an aggressive push, but instead of doing that, they actually just wrap inside. EP finding Bamba with the SLR. James finds one immediately after, and all of a sudden Apocalypse in trouble, to say the least.
And that's gonna mean that there's only one team actually anymore after Blaze who doesn't have the chicken dinner. So it's very potential that we might get a team with the second chicken dinner on the game. But there we go. James gonna flush down huge. We can see Archie spotting the Ding team coming right there on the side of him. Gonna put some utilities on the use, but will not find anything with them. At the same time, we have Liquid confirming the kills as well. So Bump Up against gonna be flushed down completely. Gustav will find the lows with the Question Mark and FaZe. They will find themselves on the eastern side. And Question Mark, they're just trying to survive here. They still have one player from Blaze on the south side. FaZe is going to be right next to them, and that's going to be end of it, Blaze. So Faultless, the full find Apocalypse, and that's one of those teams who didn't have the chicken dinner. So only Ding, if they will get the chicken dinner, that's going to be their first. Otherwise, we will have a team with the second one.
Not sure if that was a spectator thing, or if that was like a 50-meter hip fire kill on that last bullet there, but solid shots coming through from Faultlessly. Aitzy down to 30 bullets, no spare ammo, and that's kind of the issue for FaZe right now. I said they have been in the center position for a good while. They've been able to shoot at quite a few teams, but they haven't really been able to shoot at them and then go loot them afterwards, because it has been at a distance. So low on ammo, maybe low on utility as well. James spots one, does finally find the knock, will get the flush in there as well. 8 kills for Liquid already as they now start pushing out. Dante with a perfect nade on point. Look at EB's HP as well, both forced to back on off. Solid damage coming through there, and Clip now has to kind of overlook this whole situation. If Faultlessly pushed up, Clip has to hit these shots to get the kills. James does get flushed down.
Yeah, but I mean, Liquid, they're just taking this. Like, I think I really like what I see from Liquid currently. They're very aggressive and he just came there like a dog who's like watching the house. Like, you don't come here, I'm gonna be barking on the hill. But yeah, they will lose one. Let's see, Beats is gonna be challenging at least on some level. Let's see, he's gonna be like withdrawing from the situation because he also understands that they only have team and stack alive. Liquid, they have more in numbers. At the same time, because he keep like trying to find an alternative angle, and Dante and Fall, they're like forced to play a separate dips, and they also have to worry about FaZe coming from the other side. They are holding, meanwhile, the whole complete middle of the circle. FaZe, they have taken it, and Plan B and Ding, they are actually engaging outside of the circle. Here we go on the red brick building, so we can see a Besto and Xenia on the kind of like on the middle roof, and Hello My Bad and Wanderer still inside. And Ding, they definitely know that there's gonna be team. They came later, and now they're just waiting to how the things is gonna start.
Let's see, Besto, first one to fall in the fight that kind of belonged there. Archie has gone down as well, so a 3v3 for now. Priul goes down as well, so Plan B holding off incredibly well right now. I thought this might be Ding's kind of fight to win, but they seem to be in trouble right now. 2 players knocked already, and Senya has to make up his mind. Do we want to push this and fight it through, or do we want to try and see if we can get some of these reses up? No smokes, no chance for him to get his friends back up alive. They have to back off. They have to make the run down below. Maybe throw a smoke forward and see if you can somehow have your teammates crawl into the circle. But no, they wrap around. They try to play below, try to get the kills from there instead, but they also still have to worry about FaZe peeking from the east.
Yeah, and Liquid is waiting there on the outside as well. And there we go. It's going to be Clip and Maxi. They will get Plan B immediately down. So they will spot the Gustav's going to get fuel at the same time. So Ding is going to be taking some casualties. And now only 2 persons from Ding is going to be, well, able to probably get away. I don't think that they can do the revival. They're trying to do something, but I don't know if they have the time. Question mark. Dante, meanwhile, has fallen down. Faultlessly is on a different tip, so that he can't go for the revival. So I think that they will just leave Dante for now unless something unexpected is going to happen. Sail from Ding will open the fire towards Gustav. So FaZe will finally get knocked towards them as well, because they have been dealing a lot of damage from the middle, and now finally somebody will find them as well.
This is massive for all the teams trying to push down in this direction. I mean, FaZe, the only 4-man team left alive. If they can take casualties now, that's going to bode well for some of these other teams. EV and Liquid, look at this, 11 kills, still 3 alive. And not only that, but the circle just shifted back in that direction. Clip sees that and immediately runs back to try and hold the west side. Smart play on his part, and it's actually kind of unfazed now to both get Fuzz inside the circle and also try and hold off. A little bit of help comes from Clip, finds Sail. One goes down, Senya's still alive. But FaZe, not yet with the rotation to make, but Fuzz is kind of caught down there towards the north side of the hill.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, of course, we don't know yet, but it seems to be that we might have the legendary FaZe versus Liquid ending on this one. And we haven't seen that happening that much on the Chicken Dinner matches, to be honest. So I'm just waiting to see how this is going to end. But Faultless, it tries to somehow stay alive. We'll be trying to go somehow on the backside of Liquid, as Clip will find Cini, and that's going to be end of Ding. So only 3 teams, and Faultless, he has a solo player. FaZe with 4-man stack, Liquid with the 3-man stack, and the Liquid, they are very aggressively rotating on the side of the circle. They want to get on the side of FaZe. And I'm just wondering what Faultless is going to do, because now when Liquid is rotating, they will leave him there. They didn't know that he's there, or maybe they had an idea. They will just leave him there.
Do they forget about him? I mean, Faultless, if he somehow makes this, that will be absolutely... Oh, Maxi, did you see him? I don't think he did. They have no clue he's behind them. He can... I mean, right now, Faultless, he can win the game for FaZe. The only thing is, I don't think he's going to peek anything at all before either the blue is going to force him to move, or he sees everyone in one team die. He's going to be prone there for as long as he's allowed to. Because he is looking back towards the east, Maxi. He knows that there's a 4-man team up, and that's the issue, right? They know they're only 3, so there's got to be a solo somewhere. Look at the player count. Count it up. Oh, my lord! Clip the full auto mini. Shooting it so fast, connecting all the bullets. Fuzz maybe in a position... No, Fuzz, sorry, Aitzy in a position to get the res up here, but it's going to be a dangerous one for sure.
Yeah, I think that they can still do it, but the utilities, of course, got to follow onto that situation or the location. Fexx just watching, making sure that, well, not making sure, but hoping that the Liquid was not going to be peeking, but it seems that Liquid, they definitely want to move towards FaZe, and we'll see what can Faultless do there on the end. But also FaZe's location, I mean, they have kind of like lost the middle ground currently. I think Liquid is actually about the same distance from the middle, and the Liquid, they do have the higher ground. It's going to be 3 versus 4, but I still think that the Liquid, they actually have a decent damage, and we can see Faultless just proning here, gonna be crawling on the backside. We'll find all the 3 players. And nades, they are coming. He's gonna be taken away. The sock is gonna be thrown right there on the foot of Maxi. The spray is gonna follow down as well. kill. That's gonna be Maxi falling down, but they will trade it immediately. Clip will find him, but that's gonna be trouble, and that's gonna be a sign for FaZe. Let's go. Let's go towards Liquid.
You can see Fuzzy wants to push forward. The flash is already coming in. They know they're wounded. They know damage was done all across the board, and this is their chance to really wrap forward. 4 versus 2. This would require an absolutely insane performance to survive. There's one team flash, I think, coming forward there. Supposed to back off. EB gone down. Clip goes down, and FaZe wins the game of the day. Game number 2. 8 kills and a good chicken dinner for them.